So I decided to make another L5R deck tech video, and as I'm setting up here, Flick comes right up on the table and gets right in the way, like on cue. He's just something else. Let me show you my other cats too, because I've got three and they're all orange. So and they're sleeping. So I'm gonna go over there and just show them to you real quick. Here's White Sox. I could easily call Flick White Sox, but he doesn't. He's got no flick on his nose, so I called this guy White Sox because they all have the White Sox. Yeah, hi. These two are brothers, actually. That's why they look very similar to each other. This one's a little more afraid. He's a little more untrusting. He's getting better though. I've got him purring now, so that's good. There you go. Okay. And then my old cat, Charlie, is up here sleeping. Make sure I can. There he goes. Hi. He likes to meow a lot, and he really likes to lick. He likes licking my fingers. And because he's old now, he's asking me for food quite often. He might be 15. I'm not quite sure of his age. 12 to 15, 12 to 16 would be my guess. And there he goes licking. He's very much into that. Right. Good boy. Good boy. Yeah. So he's the long-haired kitty. He freaked out when I brought those other two. He was like, what the hell's going on here? All right, there we go. Oh, and look who came over to get in on it. Oh, there's the meower. He loves to meow. Yeah, I know. And yeah, obviously he just wanted me to keep petting him, which is why he meowed at me. It was like basically telling me, hey, get over here. And I'm like, no. He is quite an attention hog, but when they want attention, they usually know how to get it. All right, Crab Clan. Didn't play Crab very much, but I eventually made the deck and played it a little bit. So I like the house. It's pretty cool. I like the big 7 province strength, and 4 gold is good. Obviously not a very honorable clan, so 3 starting honor, and they can make their province strength 10. So these guys are all about defense. For those of you who don't know, get away from that. No, you may not have that. He's just following me around like a goof. No, you can't. No. All right, I gotta put it away, or he'll just eat it. Let's see if he finds it. Okay, so that's the house clan. Then we're going to go with 3 Hida Amoro, the big 6 force, just 1 chi berserker, and he's destroyed after any battle in which he is involved, unless his army has more force more than twice as great as the opposing army. So, a negative, but 6 force for 7 is pretty good. And I need some big guys in here because there's not a lot of really big ones. This guy's I would normally not put in here. I think as far as this deck is concerned, it's average at best. In the tournament, I doubt it would do very good at all. I would probably take this thing out because it's probably too expensive. What I'm curious about, though, with Crab, what was the best kind of deck for constructed tournaments? I really don't know what the best Crab deck looked like. I'm mostly looking for something that's more fun and interesting. This is clearly just going to be a military deck. There are cards that have dueling abilities against Shadowlands, but I don't have any dueling cards in here because most of my guys aren't that big on chi. This guy is, but he costs 13, so there's really no point. But he is the champion, and that's why he's in here, even though he is the inexperienced version. I think I have the experienced version of him in my collection of loose cards. I think so. Anyway, Hida Matthew, Cartographer. So you can bow him and discard a terrain card and go get a terrain card. Not bad. Nothing much. She's just in there. Hida Sakun, it's just your basic samurai. No ability. 3/2 for 6. So 2 copies. Hida Tampako, we've got the plus 2F when defending. Typical Crab Clan ability. Perfectly fine. This guy's great against dueling Shadowlands, but I don't have duels in here. I thought about putting a Jatsu challenge in here. I don't think I should. And besides, it's only good against Shadowlands, but maybe like if I'm assuming there were sideboards in Constructed. I don't recall. But if there were, I would certainly put like an Ijatsu duel or an Ijatsu challenge with somebody like this in the deck. And we have Hiroma Osuno, and obviously just one copy of him. Another Samurai, and he gets a 1-up bonus for each opposing Shadowlands. So yeah, a lot of anti-Shadowlands in this. 1, 2. All right, 2 copies. Hiroma Roshi. So here's one of my bigger Samurais. He's a 3/3 for 6. But you need 3 honor, which is where I start. And he gets me 3 honor. There's only 4 guys in the deck that have a personal honor of 3, and the champion isn't one of them. I thought that was odd. So I'm only running 1 Strength of Purity in this deck. I am running 3 Frenzies, but I'm also running a decent amount of followers. I don't think that'll be a problem. I don't recall if it was when I played. Like I said, I didn't play this deck that much with my friends, but occasionally I would pull it out and just try it out. So just 2 copies of him. Then we have Kaiju Kenru, I think. Crab Clan Armorer to give. I'm trying to get that glare off the card. It's so hard to keep this thing from doing that. Another follower ability, since I have a decent amount of followers in the deck, it makes sense for him to be here. Then we have Kaiju Suman, the engineer. What's his ability? Fortifications. All right, I have several fortifications in this deck as well because I'm trying to focus mostly on defense. I would think that these guys would be hard to beat for a military deck because they've got to go up against a deck that's very good at defense, and I would think that would make it difficult, and then they can attack back, especially if they wipe out the army while defending. But I don't think they were a top tier clan, so I don't know how they did. My guess is they were middle of the road. So here's Kaiju Sensen, another 3/3, but only one personal honor, no honor requirement. So he's perfectly fine just to have a decent samurai in your deck. And lastly, the Taskmaster, all followers attached, get a bonus. So should I do anything different? Would you recommend anything different? Anything that makes it more interesting, more fun? That's really what I want. If we start playing casual games here with my friends at some point, I'm also, if it happens, I'm going to try to make a video of one. I have videos of us playing the Wyvern card game. If you'd like to watch some of those, they're not great videos. I mean, I just have this thing propped up and it's not super close, and I don't have any special effects or anything. No zooming in on anything like that. So it's a little hard to see the cards. If you know the game, you'd probably be able to follow it. If you don't know the game, I'm not sure. Maybe a little. All right, holdings. 2 blacksmiths, I believe. Good card, certainly good for Crab with the iron mines that are going to be in here. 1 Bushi Dojo for those followers, because I have, like I say, a decent amount. I'm trying to get, that little double glare thing. The Haruma Dojo, so perfectly fine card since my house generates 4 gold. Then we've got the 3 iron mines, automatic, 2 caravans, I think. Yeah, 2 merchant caravans, 3 small farms, no large farms. Only 2 regions. I think I might add a 3rd if I can find one that in my loose pile that I might want. The hub villages. Look at you. Yeah, it has to do with followers, so that's cool. And then the Kaiju Pass has to do with weapons or armor. So those are the only 2 in here. I think I should add a 3rd. Maybe that's not a good idea. I don't know. Enlistment. So to get followers, that seems like a good event for this deck. Regions of Rokugan, I don't think so. I'm not sure why I put this in here because we both get to go search for a region, both players. That that's probably one I would take out. So those are the only events. There's nothing over there. But you're welcome to look. He's looking for the. He's looking for. I'm trying to grab it here. This is what he wants. I wrapped the deck in this thing, so if he sees me putting it over there, he's going to go over there. I got to be real sneaky. Don't you dare. So this is the Crab Clan fortification. Nice. The gates of Hida Castle. I like how it looks. Neat effect. Then I'm just putting in some unscalable walls. Very basic fortification for +4 province strength, just to add to the theme of crab, along with 2 watchtowers, which is, it's something. It's not necessarily. Maybe those aren't necessary. I really don't know. But that's my Dynasty deck. Let me grab the Fate deck here. We're going to start with Confusion at Court. I think that's right for the clan that starts with just 3 family honor. Let's have 3 of those. Then we have a couple counterattacks in the deck. Because why not? If I'm defending, and regardless of how the battle goes, I think having those 2 makes sense. Maybe I don't need Crushing Attack. Maybe that's unlikely, but then again, I do have that 6 force Hida Amoro. I have 3 of those, so maybe it works. I'm not sure. Dispersive terrain seems like the terrain that I should have in a crab deck. How many? I think I only had 1 yet. Maybe I would take out the Crushing Attack and use 2 dispersive terrains as a possibility. Okay, and then there's the 3 frenzies. I'm sure you guys are all well aware of what frenzy does, but for those who might not know and want to read it, there you go. So good card, but it does destroy followers that are attached to it. So I'm assuming it shouldn't be a problem getting a personality without followers attached. I would think so. Outflank seems good. Another, +3 when defending. And then I've got 2 rallying cries, which I think is okay, and 2 refugees, which I also think is okay. Again, I'm not 100% on any of this stuff. I just, slapped this deck together just because I wanted to have a crab deck. I was trying to collect as many different clans to make one deck of each clan if I could, and so I got, pretty far along. Strength and Purity. I forget how many years I played this game. I'm going to guess 3 or 4. Really don't remember. Superior Tactics, again. Boy, a lot of my decks have Superior Tactics in them, don't they? This card I like. I think this is pretty cool. A Test of Courage. I think I'm running 3. When one of your personalities has been targeted by an action that would remove them from the battle, cancel the action. I like that. I think it's good. I'm surprised I don't have that in more decks, actually. All right, so the 3 of those. I like the Gasian Merchant. All followers and items being attached to this unit have their gold cost reduced by 2, and all gold costs on abilities in the unit are reduced by 2, but to a minimum of 1. I'm assuming there's a reason they don't want that to go to 0. I'm guessing that was probably a necessary thing to add to the card. Just a guess. Hida House Guard, of course, got to play the Crab Clan Hida House Guard, so he's cool. So now we're going to go with 3. Okay, 3 light infantry. So you get 2 force for 2, and it's a minimum honor requirement of 1. That is for the personality. It needs to have a personal honor of 1, right? I believe that's what that means. I'm pretty sure. And so the difference between the regular infantry and the elite infantry is it's 1 more gold and 1 more honor requirement. So just 1 copy of the elite light, because that's a little harder to attach with these guys. Medium infantry, just 1, because they're more expensive, and 1 elite. And again, 1 more gold, 1 more honor requirement. It is I'm pretty sure it was the personality, not your house honor that's talking about. I think that's right. Lieutenant Sakun. This is another one just for crab. Neat card. May only be attached to crab. Bow. This follower, instead of the attached personality when attached, is when they are bowing to perform an action. So that's cool. I got one scout and one scouting team. I can just hold them both up here like that so you can look at them. You know, when you really start liking a certain kind of follower and they'll fit in any deck, that tends to be what happens, right? I'm assuming that happened with a lot of people. You just end up liking certain types of followers. The armor of Osano Wo may not be attached to Shadowlands. Instead of destroying the province that this personality is attacking, you may put the Ring of Earth into play. So, yes, I have the Ring of Earth. That's probably the other reason I put it in, because since I have the Ring of Earth in this deck, it just seemed like the right ring to include with the Ring of the Void. Armor of Sun Tao, so terrain stuff, neat, you know. It's an interesting card. I like this card. I'm guessing this is pronounced Daisuchi. Pretty sure. May only be attached to crab. No, may only be attached to a personality with a 3F or greater. May be attached to crab for 2 less. +3 chi while facing one of more ogre or oni in a battle or a duel. So, sure, a nice extra bonus. I'm running 3 Nodachi. I'm guessing to just try to buff my samurai more to make me give me a better chance of taking out their provinces. I don't know what other reason I put this in. I mean, my house can afford it. My house generates 4, so that might be the other reason. The other one is, I think, only costs 3. The one that's +1, +2. Pretty sure. Personal standard may only be attached to a samurai. All followers get a 1F bonus. So since there's enough followers in this deck, I thought, okay, why not? And then the Crab Clan Ancestor. My last video, I was trying to remember what this card is called. It's what is it? An Ancestor, and it's literally staring right at me in my face, but I'm not looking at it. I don't know where I was looking, but I didn't even see it. It's so bizarre. All right, Shiro no Kaiju. Bow to get any 1 fortification. Don't need to say any more. That's why I put him in. Not just because he's crab. So the Ring of Earth, which helps get your province strength even bigger. And, of course, Ring of the Void. I have a feeling I did this with my dragon deck, too, because I'm pretty sure I used the dragon house that every time you destroy a terrain, a province, your other provinces get +2 strength. So I'm guessing I did defensive things in it, or that's coming at some point. I'll do my dragon deck. My friend was a dragon, and he got really frustrated with that deck because he experienced kind of what apparently dragon experienced in regular constructed decks. I said it didn't do well. It wasn't very strong and constructed. So I'm told that Crane and Phoenix were the best. I think Lion was big. Not sure who else was on top. But that's my deck. Real quick, I have a couple of community posts that I hope you'll check out. The last one deals with my father's art. We did an art show, and there's a video at the end of what I've written there, and you can click on it. It's less than 4 minutes long, and you can see we had a very successful opening night. And I think you'll like what 2 people said about my dad's art. I think you'll find it very interesting to listen. Plus, you're going to see a lot of his art. And I'll just say it will blow your mind when you see the art. I'm shocked that this man is not world famous. I know why he wasn't world famous during his life, because he hated art curators and gallery owners. He hated them. He thought they were all phony, and he wanted nothing to do with them. And I always said to him, I said, Dad, after you die, you're going to become famous because someone's going to discover you. So if you know anyone who's looking to discover a phenomenal artist, what was his name? I forget his name. He was he was a teacher at the Art Institute, or I forget. He's somewhat known in the world. He called my dad Chicago's monumental artistic secret. He did a retrospective art show for my dad just like a year before he died, and it was, people were blown away by it, but nothing came of it. Not a lot of people showed up, but a decent amount. And our art show got over 100 people, so it was pretty cool. I talk about it in my community post. The one right after that, I've written 2 D&D fantasy novels, and there's a playlist that I've posted there. If you just click on it, you can start listening to the story. I've narrated both books on my channel, and if you like Dungeons and Dragons, it's as one. I have a few Amazon reviews, just a few, because it mostly just sits on Amazon because I don't know how to promote my books very well. Somebody said that it reads just like a great gaming session. I was so happy that somebody said that about my book. I mean, I know who the guy is, but I didn't know he was going to say that. But I got several really nice reviews about it, especially one guy from, I think he's in Germany, and he said it reminded him of Beck Me. So if you're familiar with Beck Me D&D, that was a nice compliment. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll have one in a day or two probably. Talk to y'all later. Bye-bye.